we mentioned yesterday, not all covers are created equal. They're like children, okay? That, like, your parents lie to you and say, oh, no, we love you all equally. They don't.
It's true.
They don't. They have favorites. Ask your mom when she's had a glass of Pinot Grigio. So, they have favorites. We have favorites, too. Yesterday, we went through some that we were like, maybe not my favorite, our least favorite. Today is a lot more fun.
Which is your idea. I want to make it clear that was your idea, not mine.
Today is a lot more fun. Today, we're going to talk about our favorite covers of Dave Campbell's Texas football. So we've each got our 3. I know for a fact we share one of them. Do you want to go first with your rankings?
Yeah, we can just start at number 3.
Number 3.
We can just see where it overlaps, I guess.
Yeah, we'll just see. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is probably...
Ooh, he's thinking.
No, I know. It is 2000.
2000. Cedric Benson.
America's number 1. Midland and running back Cedric Benson.
The only high schooler to have a cover all to himself.
Right.
The only high school. We've had other high school players on the cover. Mm-hmm. Jonathan Gray was on the cover. Yep. G.J. Kinney, Ryan Mallett, John Childs, and Jarrett Lee were on the cover. We've had high schoolers on the cover, but never by themselves. And this was also the first high schooler, period, to be on the cover. It's a good pick. I like it.
Here's why I love it. It's a great shot.
It's one of the best action shots we've ever had on the cover.
One of the best action shots you've ever had on the cover. It has aged well.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Cedric Benson went on to have an incredible career both in college and in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
It would be hard to do today. You would basically need a consensus runaway offensive player nationally.
Mm-hmm.
And also be a dominant high school Texas player. It's tough to do.
And that's the interesting thing, is that I get asked this all the time, why don't we put more high schoolers on the cover?
Right.
And the bottom line is that it really has to be like, think about the high schoolers we've put on the cover recently, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not counting. I don't love the 06 cover with John Childs, Ryan Mallett, Jarrett Lee, and G.J. Kinney for the reason that, plus Earl Campbell, for the reason that, like, you know, too many guys on the cover. We discussed that yesterday. Right. But, like, I got a lot of questions. Why wasn't Kyler Murray on the cover, right? Kyler Murray was incredible.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray was maybe the best player in Texas high school football history.
Yeah. But
he wasn't this locked and loaded number 1 prospect and have this wide appeal.
Right.
And so we want to strike a balance because we are a magazine that covers both high school and college. And recruiting, we want to make sure that if we put a high schooler on it, he's got to tick both those boxes. Got to be like a locked and loaded number 1 prospect, not to mention an incredible player. That's why Jonathan Gray, I think, was a decent choice to go on the cover because he was a 5-star can't miss prospect. Obviously, we see how that worked out. And not to mention, he was breaking every record in Texas high school football. I like that. 2000, good pick.
All right, your number 3.
My number 3. 1990.
Yeah.
And it's not just because...
This is probably my number 4, so...
It's not just because we lost him recently, but Spike Dykes, 1990. This is the best posed coach shot we've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
I love... And to me, everything that we go for whenever we put together a cover is that we want this to reflect who these people are. We want this to reflect what their personality is. And last year with Cliff Kingsbury and Pat Mahomes, it's like here is this guru, this quarterback guru in Cliff Kingsbury, and he's got his century right here. This is his guy, and he's directing him into battle. I thought that really fit, and in the same respect, I look at this cover 1990 with Spike Dykes just laughing with that trophy in the background, and I go, that's Spike Dykes.
That's Spike Dykes.
That is to me the iconic Spike Dykes image. Agree. Love that image. All right, what's your number 2?
All right.
I think we're going to share number 2. We might.
Number 2, yeah, I think we are too, probably, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My number 2 is the 1982 cover with Gary Kubiak on the cover.
Yeah.
Great shot.
The best action shot we've ever put on the cover.
Great shot.
It is almost almost so good that you wonder if it was posed.
Right.
He is, if you haven't seen it, if you're listening on the podcast, go look at it in 1982. It's Gary Kubiak, the quarterback for Texas A&M, turning and pitching the ball out, right?
Yeah.
Pitching the ball out to a running back who we don't see.
Right.
And it looks like he is throwing you,
Yes.
the reader, the football.
It's coming into your living room.
It is an amazing photo.
Yeah.
And I love the way he's squared up. I
Yeah.
love the intensity on his face.
Merit stars on the helmet.
Yes.
It's great. Yeah.
Everything about
Yeah.
this, it's the best action shot we've ever put on the cover.
Yeah.
To me, that's
Great shot.
That's a great shot.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to do your number one?
Yeah, sure. You're the managing editor. You can have the courtesy.
I get
right?
last bats.
That's fine. That's fine. My number one is 2009, The Eyes of Texas with Colt McCoy. I just think as far as a pose shot goes, everything coming together, this is an incredible cover.
This was before my time. I showed up in 2011. I love this cover. I think that it was the right cover for with the right guy at the right moment.
Yeah, it's everything.
That Texas was entering 2009 with their signal caller, with the guy that we were sure was going to guide Texas to a title.
Yep.
Like, that was, to me, perfect. And I know that if you talk to our boss Adam Hochfelder, who was there, they do this photo, and there's just this kind of like steeliness to Colt's face.
Yep.
I love it. I think it's a great photo. Great
just
point.
A great
point.
Great
and
photo.
that's definitely a top fiver for me. It didn't make my top 3.
And if I do say so myself, I think this year's cover will rival it.
Okay. All right. You heard it here first, folks.
I'm feeling good about it. I think it's good.
My favorite cover, surprise, surprise,
Shock of all shocks.
1963.
Yeah.
1963 with Darrell Royal and Scott Appleton sitting, the plotter and the executioner. Look, it's no shock to anybody who's listened to me talk for any length of time that the history of this magazine is really important to me. Mm-hmm. And to me, this is when I think of Dave Campbell's Texas football, I think of this cover.
Yep.
It is an iconic coach with his player in a unique old school pose.
Yep.
And to me, it's the best post shot we've ever done. And that's why I wanted to recreate it last year, was that it was such a cool idea and such a cool, like, here's this guy and you're going out there and you're going to win it for me. There's an intensity to it. I love the 1963 cover. It's why we redid it last year. We're basically just hacks. Dave had all the good ideas and we're just recreating them. So enjoy the breakthrough cover for this year. Where it's just a state of Texas, everyone breaking through.
Yes,
that's not the cover.
That's not what it is.
No,
okay.
it's not the cover.
All right.
So those are our favorite covers. What is your favorite cover?